Alrighty, it's time for this week's budget review. And guys, this week's budget review is a doozy. So, for those of you who are new here, I picked the Hemlock and Oak 2024 Daily Planner. It's absolutely gorgeous. This thing is solid. I mean, I love this planner, guys. This thing is my absolute go-to for budgeting from here on out. I'm apologizing for my voice and any excessive coughing. I was outside, I was mowing grass, and yeah, my body just doesn't approve. So, let's get into what's occurred in the last week here. So I use this page as kind of like my yearly dashboard. All paydays are in green. The focus accounts, the account that I'm focusing on to pay down as quickly as possible, since I'm on a debt payoff journey, those are listed in red. When one gets paid off, it's marked on the calendar as well. Birthdays and holidays are in purple. We finally got those pesky taxes paid. Again, guys, I apologize. It should go away once we get started here. Yeah, I got the taxes taken care of, which but hey, it's once a year, right? We have the pesky car they're not car payments. They're like, the things that you have to do to keep your car legal, like your car inspection, registration of plates. Last year I had the driver's license renewal, so I just keep those on there so that it's a friendly reminder of like, hey, this is coming up. And of course, the large amounts of money in, those are good ones. I like to put those on the calendar. But yeah, that's how I'm using this page. It just kind of gives you that nice little glance, just so that you can see what's coming up, or the progress that you've been making. This is something new that I've added this year. This is my holiday plans page. Basically, I really have no idea how much I spend per holiday, so I've just been recording it for this year, and then that way next year I kind of get an idea of how much I'm gonna need. Which I'm gonna have to say, like, I mean, Easter was definitely, like, it could have been a lot more, but still at the same time, like, I don't feel like we had that much for dinner. So, but food prices are crazy, so maybe that's what it is. I mean, I pretty much have Bill's birthday taken care of. I did his shopping during Christmas, so that's going to be interesting to try to figure that one out. Okay, so this is another thing that they changed up. We had this 2 years at a glance last year. They removed it from the planner this year. I'm not quite sure why, but I never would have used this page, but last year I just really wanted to try to get every page in the planner used, just because, again, guys, it's absolutely gorgeous and I wanted to take advantage of every page. This year I had to print and put my own in, but what I do with this is I use this stabit.com or the debt payoff planner app. I do have links to those down below. I absolutely love, like, I call it the website because I use it on the computer. But I mean, like, I love that app. I love that website. First off, it's free. You plug in all of your debt information and it reorganizes everything for you, and then it gives you like a payoff plan, and then that way you kind of when it's going to end, the light at the end of the tunnel. And so that's what these projected payoff dates are down here. This is when I'm projected to have these accounts paid off. Sometimes you get them paid off ahead of time, such as what we saw with the Quicksilver here, because he wasn't due to be paid off until March, and I got it paid off midway through February. So, beginning of the year, kicking butt. And I felt like April was gonna be good. Guys, I'm telling you, April can still be a winner. I just gotta battle it out. But I do know for sure now, last year, because I mean last year I was just killing it, okay? January was great, February was great. March started off great, and then midway through March it just went meh, like down the tubes real fast. Um, the same thing applies this year, and the common variable is filing my taxes. So now I know 2 years in a row what to look forward to next year. So I mean that's how this page right here, this page can really be an eye opener, because if I bring out my planner from last year, it's gonna tell me the same information. So I do need to put back more money for my taxes. I am not putting back enough. Um, Another thing that I wanted to work on this year was the needs versus wants. Um, we really have not been making progress. At least not as much as what I want to be here. Let's see here. This is lavender, I believe. I do keep a key up here. Yeah, lavender. We just did this. So I was able to put back 50. Guess I get to go to the 45 here. Okay, so we do got 50 put back. So, I mean, I guess it's not that bad. So we got some Vita funds going in. Nothing for these. I am way behind on those, but hey, we got some, and we can see that the little piggies for the hair and brows, I took care of that. I actually used my credit card points to cover that, so that was kind of cool. We're also making progress on paying off the car loan. It feels like it's taking forever, but that's why I like using these little coloring sheets, because they let you see how far along in the journey you are. And just in case, if yeah, I did explain this in a previous video, but when I was originally coloring this in, I was going by the amount, and like I was only to here, and I'm like, no, dude, like you've had to have made way more payments than that. So I actually went to the loan site and like went through the history. I've been paying on this thing since April 21. So yes, it has been years. And I'm like, okay, well, how am I only here? And it's the interest. So again, these visual coloring sheets, one, they're fun. Two, it gives you a nice visual of what's going on. But most importantly for me is three, is it shows you how quickly interest adds up. And why it takes forever to pay stuff off. So yeah, I just kind of did like makeshift tires down here, because those are my flat tires right there. But yeah, no, that's my progress on paying off the car loan. So we can see I am almost there. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got 11 more payments to make on this thing for the actual balance to be paid off, but I'm gonna have interest to cover by the end of that. And let's see here. Now, granted, these projected pays are with extra payments, but yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, because I still owe it for this one. So it gives you the same amount. So see, we could double check our math right there. That's the house deposit. I'm just gonna say it's not happening this year. Then again, we never know. Miracles do happen, but I thought it would be fun. Priorities. Pay the debt off, get the car paid off, and then we'll start working on that. This is that little payoff sheet that I was talking about earlier. You get this whenever you go to thisdebit.com or the Debt Payoff Planner app. So it makes tracking your payments and that a lot easier. Okay, so another thing is we have round two of Tetris this year. We had round one of Tetris last year. And again, it's fun to color it in, but at the same time, it let me really see like the importance of paying this down as quickly as possible because of interest. We got I think we got 10,000 paid off last year, so that's not bad at all. That was way more than what I thought I was going to get. So we made a lot of progress last year, and I'm really hoping for that same amount of progress this year as well. The only difference that I'm doing from this year from last year is last year I waited until the end of the month, like until everything was done, and then I would total it up and then I would color in the blocks. This year I'm coloring in the blocks as we go. It is kind of motivational because if you can see that you're like one block away from getting one of these rows colored in, it will make you want to pay those extra funds in. To me, I'm buying a block. I'm not buying a block. I'm paying off my debt. But to me, whatever works, works. And apparently that works for me. So we did get a couple more blocks colored in for April, which is good because the more blocks we got, it means the more debts we paid off. And let's see here. See, we got a lot to go, guys. We got a lot to go. But I am excited to know that the chase is finally below 1,000. We're in the 900s. I feel like it's like 920 right now. So, again, making that progress, getting those amounts lower. And I'm pretty sure most of you, if you understand my layout here, we can see bad. This is bad. And it all centers around when I did my taxes. So, this is my monthly layout here, and I just put in the projected bill days. The ones that I call like the mandatory bills. There's a name for them. I can't think of what it is right now, but these are the ones that they're due on the same day. They're typically the same amount every month. You'll get a late payment or a late fee if you don't pay them on time. So I put those in one color. So those are all marked in yellow for the month of April. Anything that's marked in purple for April, these are my optionals. These typically are better for my budget, my financial journey. So they include my $5 a day savings goal, which I do in 2 installments on the days that I get paid, which are marked in pink. So that way, those come out instantly. That gives me $150 for the month in savings. The I'm sorry, guys. It comes out of nowhere. There's no warning. Okay, so the other thing that I do is, again, since we're on that payoff journey, I do an additional $50 payment towards that focus account because I'm doing a snowball method as well. I don't think I went over that this time, but we are doing the snowball method. So it's $50 extra on that account every Sunday, and again, I keep track of that over here as well. And the most important one is, since we are paying down credit cards, it's really difficult to pay down credit card debt when you are using credit cards. Hence why we don't want to use them. This last week, I mean, we'll see it in the days when we go through them, but it was like, this is wrong. this is so wrong, and yeah, all I can do is laugh about it because, I mean, from tracking this for so long now, I do know that I'm gonna be able to right the ship, but it's disappointing. But one day this will not happen because I will not be paying $1,000 every month towards credit cards, okay? I'll be putting that in my savings. So, when I left Yins, this is great. I'm leaving Yins on a great note here. So, Sunday's focus was self-defeating. Um, so yeah, basically, uh, Saturday and Sunday, I don't really go anywhere. I generally just stay at home. I'm an introvert. I have no business being outside. So yeah, I made it all day long. Okay, I did. I do track when I do spend. If I go to a store or if I'm online, I will mark it on the scheduling. That way, whenever I know the what I call no times, danger times of when I should not be outside in stores because I'm more likely to spend. It also warns me when I'm more likely to shop online. And this is where I was disappointed with myself because I was literally all caught up. I got everything paid. Um, any of the charges I did make, they were paid and covered. Even got the Temu thing, that was paid and covered. And yeah, literally right before bed, I'm scrolling through Instagram, which I shouldn't have done. And I should have just read my book and meditated like I was supposed to. But no, I decided to take a stroll on Instagram, and I came across a really cool looking hair product, and it better be really cool. And yeah, I bought it. Did I have the funds for it? No, no, I didn't. And again, going back to that needs and wants page, this seems to be my biggest financial problem here. Is those spur of the moment purchases, mainly when I'm bored or depressed. So I guess I get like a dopamine rush from shopping. So that leads us into Monday, right? And Monday was the solar eclipse, okay? And I mean, everything went great. That was all wonderful and fun. Went on break. Last week, I only worked 3 days and I was able to not go on break, so I saved $15. This day, I was hungry. And I, I get off work like around 10 to 11, okay? And I was gonna go on and just because if I do put my food on a charge, I do pay it immediately that day. And I don't know what it was. I was just like, you know what? I'm in a good mood. Today was good. I got everything caught up over there. So let's go ahead and get on there and do the taxes and that. And with my small business, I do know that I have to, pay on taxes. It's a given, okay? But I completely underestimated how much I owed this year. I thought I was thinking 200 to 300. I did have 400 some put back. Uh, yeah, it was 572 plus the 2 for the state, so 574 is what I owed. And yeah, if you've ever paid on the taxes instead of getting a return, you know that there are options. You can pay immediately to file your taxes. That comes out of your bank account, or you can take a loan out through the IRS, which is extremely high interest rated. I mean, like, if I owed 10,000, yeah, I would have to do the loan. There's no way. But, I mean, I had 400, it was 572, so I'm, like, negative, like, we'll just do, like, 150 to 200, okay, a rough estimate. To me, that's not worth it, to do the interest, okay? So I was like, all right, we can pull funds. We gotta literally make funds appear. So, like I said, I pulled the rest of my 2023 savings. That's that $5 a day that I save. So I pulled that. And then I pulled my measly $48 in emergency savings. It still left me like 68 short. And after totaling this up, And I understand the McDonald's was only $7.94. Could I have paid it? Did I still have funds in the account to pay it? Yes. But again, remember, we have this. So I'm here. I still have this, which is about 100. I still have Kindle that I have to cover. Mercury can be 1 to 150, plus I still have the water. And then I still have this week to go, because remember, this is payday. So this is why I like those nice visuals of, how many bills do I have to cover and how long does it have to wait. I also had to do the PSECU. I had to transfer that early because it takes 5 days for it to transfer, and there was no way I could take it out of this pay. So yeah, there was a lot. A lot is coming out of this pay right here. So after looking at that, I was like, I'm playing it safe. Could I have covered that charge? Yes. But we're just going to play it safe. We're going to see how the week goes. Towards the end of the week, if I feel better about it, then we'll cover them. But as of right now, that is a used card day because I was not able to cover the charge. Tuesday. Even while knowing this, knowing all of this, what does Sally do again? Sally goes back on, this time was Shopify because I was trying to see when one of my other orders, I think I was trying to track the color while order, but yeah, and then it comes across and it's like, hey, you got shop pay points, and yeah, and it took me to Meowashi. Now, granted, is it cute? Oh my god, yes. Yes, it's cute. I mean, they're adorable. They're sitting right beside me. They're... they have some of the coolest washies you've ever seen. And, like, these 3D cut ones, I'm in love with these, and the doodles are fantastic. But again, it's like, Sally, what are we doing? We already know that we took a hit the day before. But we're back on again, okay? So again, we could see danger time, danger. That's for online shopping, danger. And again, I still have 300 some in the bank, but I'm not taking any of that out because I still know that these are coming through, right? So that gets us to Wednesday. And this is whenever I really decided, like, no, we are gonna play better safe than sorry. I don't like this tactic. I don't at all, but it's just, I know my anxiety is up. My anxiety is up because of how much I owed on the taxes. I'm upset about that. And these are already auto paid onto cards to begin with. And normally, yes, I do. I transfer the funds, but again, that's 100, and that's going to take me down to 230, and I already know that Mercury's going to be about 150, and it's like, it's getting too low for comfort, because see, we took the Mercury out on that one. We just went ahead and did those, and we can see I'm stress spending, so I did go and get a coffee. I'm even going to say that the Meowashi was stress spending. And this is how you just go in that downward cycle of stress spending. And again, this is me asking where out there payday. We have a whole nother week to go, and this, guys, again, is not looking good. So yeah, like last week, I was upset about some of the purchases that I made, but I was able to cover them. Again, that could be why I'm low on funds. Like I said, I had to cover the car payment. That was a pay earlier, so I'm already low on that. I'm low because of the taxes. I'm low because I had fun spending the week before. Which I covered. So it's too much. It's too much coming out of one pay. It's not balanced enough. So, but this is whenever I realized, like, hey, this is the same thing that happened last year. And just in case, like, I have proof. So we can see this is last year's planner. I filed them in March, right? And we're gonna see. And here, this is a nice view of, like, once the year starts going on, guys. This page does become very informative. But yeah, no, back to what we're on here for. So we can see I started off with a bang, right? 0 credit cards. I did not use the credit cards at all in January. No additional charges. We can see again for February, again, no additional charges. And guys, look at how many more bills I had last year. Notice these aren't zeroed out like they are this year. So again, this is why I keep them on the calendar, because it shows me how much more I used to have to pay. But again, back to why we're here. Okay, so we can see no cards, right? But the end of March, it's like, oh man, something happened. So, and let's see here. See, no cards, right? Up until this day, but then it got sketchy. Taxes. And yeah, I owed $100 more this year than last year. So that's the one that causes my downward spiral. And how do we fix that? We put back more for the taxes. So that's why I like keeping those, because it does give you that nice quick visual of where you can say, wow, something really changed in my budgeting behavior, my financial feelings, emotions, and for me, that's a big, it's kind of like an earthquake to my budgeting. I was able to pick up bird food for free because I still had that gift card, so that was nice. Again, I'm trying to get that shopping through my system, because apparently that's where I get my dopamine rush, but we're trying to do it in a smart way. Let's see here. We still have, me going on break. I gotta eat. And this is just me giving myself that friendly reminder. One more week. Again, I'm still upset about using this method here, but I've just learned in the past, just be cautious. Because my savings funds are literally depleted at this point. So there's always going to be out of the blue charges. These are those subscriptions that we all forget about. It's just, I got this, it's just a premonition that I feel like something's about to happen, so I am not taking anything out of my checking account. I'd rather just pay it all in full. And, I was right. And, and there it is. But I just knew it. I knew an unknown charge was going to appear. And thankfully, the one was on CapQ. It did not come straight out of the bank account. And this is the day that I decided, okay, we are going in and getting those extra emergency funds. These are my Etsy shop funds. Normally, I don't like to touch these. These have to be Etsy shop related. But for what we're seeing, the meltdown that's happening right now, we gotta call in the cavalry at this point. But again, it takes days for that money to transfer over. So I did transfer it, but it is not going to arrive until Tuesday. We also got a Canva charge, okay? So I got hit with 2 subscriptions on this day. And again, you got the stress spending, but then again, I need it because I do go tanning. But normally I would have been able to pull it out of my stash funds and been like, oh, here, this is how we're going to cover this. But we don't have those because Sally didn't put back enough for her taxes. All could have been prevented by putting back more. Which is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do once this payday hits. And that leads us to Sunday, guys, which is today. And if you could not tell already, I am flippin' frustrated. So with like we can see like this is just bad. This is all bad. This is not how I want it to go. But from keeping these budget journals, it does let me know that this isn't permanent. This isn't going to keep happening every day from here on out. I do know that there's an ebb and a flow to the budgeting. Just basically, we got to figure out what we did wrong, how do we prevent it, and you move forward with that. So, like I said, I do know that I need to put back more for my taxes. So, I mean, that means less for me to have to pay off my debts. But if it prevents this, then that to me is it's worth it. I'll figure the payments on the debts. I'll figure that out as we go. But yeah, we cannot keep doing this year after year. But even like I'm gonna say like 4 or 5 years ago, because I've been keeping budget journals and budget planners. I originally did start out with a happy planner budget planner. It did not go well. It did not go well at all. Yeah. That's whenever I learned stickers and budgeting don't mix. Budgeting is functional, at least to me. Maybe you're able to use your budgeting stickers. I am not. But yeah, see, this is even one of those little fun things that came from that. But like I would have surrendered. I would have threw in the towel. I would have stopped using the budget planner. I would have been like, this ain't working. I can't do this, and I would have literally just said done. So to me, that's progress. I'm making progress because I'm learning that things don't always go the way that we planned. Sometimes we don't put back enough funds, and you just gotta figure out how to battle through it. So that's really where I'm gonna leave you at. I guess one other thing I should discuss is, since we have so many charges, like sometimes I'll have like 1 or 2 charges. It'll be like my collagen and that, where I'm just waiting for the payday. It's in like 3 days. Or if you've seen the other reviews, it's normally me trying to get gas on a Tuesday. I get paid Friday, so I will put the gas charge on the card. So if it's just like 1 charge, 2 charge, I don't need to keep a list. With this one, with how many I got, which there's a lot, guys. Okay, so see, it does add up very quickly. But I wanted to keep track of, one, what the charge was, how much the charge is, what card that charge is on. I'm still waiting to figure out where Color Wow went to. Again, that's probably why I shouldn't do this late at night, right before bed. But I literally have no idea what card that went on to, and the transaction hasn't appeared on any of my accounts. So once I figure out where that thing went to, I can pay it. But sadly, within a week, I do have $383 in charges. That is not the direction we want to go. So, but don't you worry, it's on a bright and colorful piece of paper, so it makes it better, right? Yeah. So again, I'm very frustrated with that. I'm not happy with it at all. But we can see that, I started the day with 137. That's giving me 87 to start Monday with. Again, I still have to go through the whole week. That's when my reinforcements appear. But yeah, I really don't want to be that low in my checking account, knowing that there's nothing in the savings to like help me. I mean, I got the 2024 savings. So let's see here, what should we have by now? So we got probably 300. A little under 600 is what I have in the 2024 savings. But again, I really try my best not to touch those in the year that I'm saving them. I really don't like to touch them at all. And again, these are those little weekly sticky notes that I keep because it helps me do my month review, which I cannot wait to do the month review for this month. But it's okay, guys. All is well. We will get this corrected. It's disappointing when it does happen. But that's why I do these videos, because I know, like, I cannot be the only person that this happens to. There's got to be more of you out there, and I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it because it's basically stating that you failed. But, I mean, you gotta make mistakes, guys. Mistakes happen. It's how we grow, it's how we learn, and the trick is to try not to keep repeating the same thing. And again, that's why I do these videos, because I know somewhere out there is somebody who is trying to keep a budget journal, a budget log, whatever you want to call it, and things like this are happening. And I don't want you to feel like I did 4 or 5 years ago, of where it's like, I ain't doing this no more, this is stupid, I can't do this, and you just quit. The trick is to just keep on coming on, and just keep at it. Because it's not going to go away, it's only going to get worse. And I've learned that the hard way, as you can see. But just after, you just got to see my skills there, we can see last year was way worse. So even with the not perfect budgeting skills, we can see it does get better, guys. It does. So there is hope at the end of, the lighted tunnel there, whatever the expression is. You just keep going, guys. That's all you gotta do. But with that, I'm just gonna close out. I feel like this one has went on forever. I've rambled on a lot, but I'm just gonna close out now, guys. And again, thank you so much. I do greatly appreciate all the views, all the comments, all the likes. It's very rewarding, and it reminds me of why I come on here and do this. And again, remember to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, to see more budget reviews.